The American people deserve to know the truth about what went on here. And they deserve to know why the truth was kept from them for so long.
How did this happen?
Mr. Chairman, I can't say that I know that answer.
Well,
I'm 6 months out of.
You got some sense of the outfit. You're a commissioner for a good number of years. You got some idea. You thought about this.
I don't think I can answer that question.
I'm kind of disappointed, frankly, because you've had time to think about this, and you certainly have more thoughts than that.
What I knew was there was a list. I did know that Tea Party was on it. I didn't know what else was on the list. I had a partial set of facts, and I knew that the Inspector General was going to be looking into it, and I knew that it was being stopped.
These hearings are not some sideshow designed to distract from the President's agenda. I hope that the President and his administration are not attempting to distract us from getting to the bottom of this.
I was dismayed and I was saddened to read the Inspector General's conclusions that actions had been taken creating the appearance that the service was not acting as it should have.
How could an agency with the power that the Internal Revenue Service has engage in this kind of conduct and it not be politically motivated?
I certainly am not personally responsible for creating a list that had inappropriate criteria on it.
Finance Committee member Senator Johnny Isakson joins us. Nice to see you, sir.
Thank you, Greta. Good to be with you.
Nice to see you. Mr. Schulman, the former commissioner of the IRS, when did he say he first learned about the targeting?
Well, he said he first learned about it just recently when he read the IG's report.
He knew nothing beforehand.
That's what he said, but I don't know was the operative language today for both he and Mr. Miller. Every question that was answered, usually by them, was said, I don't know.
At some point, though, we just played a package. He said that he knew that there was a list with Tea Party on it. Was that before, just a few weeks ago?
He referred to it as if it was. Ms. Lerner, as you know, when she was over the 501c4 organization approval in 2011, recognized the problem in Cincinnati. She may or may not have told him. That's what we've got to find out.
Well, okay. All right. Did you think today that Mr. Schulman was candid, complete, or did you think he misled the Senate today?
I'm not an attorney, but I've been in enough depositions to watch somebody who's been coached by an attorney. I think he was advised by an attorney not to make any statements, and he didn't.
Did you learn anything new today?
I only learned that there still is a culture in the IRS on this issue of mystery, of not disclosing everything that went on. There has to be a who, there has to be a when, and there has to be a what. We've got to find out those answers. It just didn't happen in Cincinnati with a handful of operatives.
So what's your next step? Are you going to, I mean, it seems to me that a good step would be actually to zero in on what's going on in Cincinnati, since that's at least one of, sort of where it all started.
Well, Ms. Lerner tomorrow is evidently going to take the Fifth Amendment, so she's not going to say anything that could incriminate her. We need to focus the investigation on Cincinnati and go from the ground up. Senator Baucus has done a good job. Senator Hatch has done a good job of saying we're going to get to the bottom of it. We must get to the bottom of it. It's shaken the confidence of the American people in the Internal Revenue Service, which is unquestionably the wrong thing to have happen.
Well, Senator Hatch was pretty mad. I know a lot of U.S. senators were today. He said to him, you just sat on that guilty knowledge. That's a lie by omission. So apparently he thought that he was well aware of it long before just a few weeks ago.
And I think he was right.
Do you think the White House had any information on this before mid-April?
I don't know, but I trust that Mr. Pfeiffer the other day on the TV shows on Sunday morning was being candid and honest, that he was incensed. He thought we ought to get to the bottom of it. The White House needs to demonstrate an ability to let us get to the bottom of it. This is something that is important for our country and important for the American people. Quite frankly, important for the White House.
What's a little bit odd, though, about Mr. Pfeiffer, what he said on Sunday is that he didn't have much information, yet you had Jay Carney saying on Monday that as of the middle of April, the White House counsel knew and senior advisors, and then today Jay Carney saying that there was even a meeting among some people, the IRS and the Treasury, to figure out, and the White House, how to explain the story to the American people. So we're getting a little more information. So Dan Pfeiffer may not have known much on Sunday, but there seems to be more information there to be known.
Greta, it's quite obvious when they planted a question at a press conference to finally get the information out, they were struggling with how the American people were going to learn of what's a very bad situation in the IRS.
That's really, what do you think about planting that question?
Well, I think as Miller today apologized for it and admitted it was wrong, it was the wrong thing to do. If they found out they had been accused of wrongdoing by the Inspector General in an audit, they ought to come forward to the American people and disclose it, not try and play games by planning a question at a press conference.
I thought that was suspicious, but anyway. Senator, nice to see you, sir.
Greta, great to be with you.
Coming up, a high official